I believe that gospel sharing should lead to discipleship.
Yes.
And that's what Collision
Yes.
believes.
Yes.
I would say that over the years, it has been a fight to stay encouraged in the Lord, because so many people don't get into discipleship.
Yeah.
They'll receive the message, the messenger, but they will not take the mission serious.
That's a bar.
And that part has been one of the biggest challenges for me to stay encouraged in the Lord. Like, I have to learn how to strengthen myself in the Lord, because I do not understand why so many don't take discipleship serious. I had a guy, I was doing YMCA Collision for years, 2 years, years. I did it for 2 years.
It is plural.
And he saw my, he saw the ministry, he saw the ministry growing. And students were getting saved. D Rose, you're out there. Saw you following Terrence Williams recently. Let's go. And 5 guys, we had disciple making groups going. And so this one front desk staff was like, hey, like, I see what's happening. Like, will you teach me like what you do? He lasted 2 days and he was just like texting me. He's like, I'm not interested anymore in this.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was like, I told you to like, tell me what you thought about this Bible verse.
Yeah.
Like not a complicated,
Not a complicated like discipleship start.
Yeah.
And anyways, so again, the people will receive the messenger, they'll receive the message, but the mission of understanding the cross, taking on your cross, taking on that discipleship lifestyle, and really like starting to look outwards to others. That's a hard thing for people to get down with.
Yeah. I would even say like once you build up the courage to like share the gospel, which is evangelism, right? That's easy.
Oh,
Easy.
Easy.
That's like on like, I don't want to say that this is like surface level, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Once you get it there, but like discipleship,
That's
the long game.
that's the long game.
Yeah.
That's messy. That's like you're like
walking with somebody.
You're walking
Yeah.
with somebody. You're getting messy. They're learning your flaws. You're learning their flaws, and it's like I think sometimes we live in, whether it's like the Christian culture or whatever kind of culture, where it's like evangelism, where jumping on the stage and sharing the gospel and doing this and that, and it's like sometimes we over glorify that, but we don't glorify the actual process of discipleship, because that's where like, yes, like things can happen, like with you, like you heard the gospel from a stage, and then it's like, okay, now what?
How do I be a believer?
Like, how do I be?
How do I follow
And there's so many believers
Like, I
that
want
are
to.
out there that are trying to do it on their own. And then they're not learning how to share the gospel, or they're not learning how to pray, or they're not learning how to actually evangelize or like take it personally, because they're learning it on their own. And so it's like, that's why I think like discipleship is just as important as, you can't have one without the other.
Exactly.
Well, and I think, I shared my phone earlier, and what that relationship is right now is, I shared the 3 circles with him. He did not say, I want to be a follower of Jesus. I'm saying yes to Jesus right now.
Yeah.
He said, I'm like interested in learning more.
Yes.
And so we disciple and hope for salvation.
Yeah.
We don't wait for people to get saved and then start
Yeah.
discipling them.
Yes.
So discipleship happens pre, current, post. Like that is
It's lifelong.
It's everyone
Yeah.
is being discipled by someone
Or
and something.
Yes.
And that's just the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen so many times where people have said yes to Jesus, like, yep, I want to follow him. And as soon as you start getting into discipleship, it dies off. It's like, oh, I have to actually like change this thing, or like God's asking me to do this. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Or I have to, you want me to share? No.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, man.
And like, even like with that too, it's not out of like, hey, we're not doing this out of like a religious spirit or anything. It's just like, this is like, hey, this is what the Lord is calling us to do.
Yeah.
Like, all believers are called to do this. And so I think sometimes we get caught up in like, hey, let's just go to church. Let's just go to Bible study. Let's just do this, do that. And it's like, no, it's like, hey, we're called to go out into the world, go out like to spaces, to evangelize, to disciple, and to grow in our faith and help others grow in their faith.
Yeah. I had one girl I was discipling, and we got to the point where I was like, okay, well, you know, next step is, you know, first step of obedience. God said we should be baptized, and she just wouldn't do it. And like after that, she was just like, yeah, I'm done. And I'm like, I like couldn't understand. Like, it's not hard. It's not like I'm asking you to go dig a hole, or it was just like, this is first step of obedience, and she just could not and wouldn't do it. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. That's your choice, and I'm here. If you want to keep reading scripture together, you want to keep, you know, learning more about who Jesus is. And she just, no, like, awesome.
It reminds me of the parable of the weeds, or the sower of the seeds, where
They sprout up really fast.
some seeds are scattered among the rocks and they don't grow. You might need to help me do this. And then some are planted among the weeds, but the weeds, which represent
Like
the world, choke them
choke
out.
them out.
Yep.
And then only those that are planted in good soil
Produce
produce fruit.
And sometimes we can't tell where they're planted because
No.
we have like all the good intentions, and they may be just saying yes because this is something new that they want to try to see where they're at. And so it's like, we can't see where they're planted, but it's like our job to just like, okay, hey, I'm still going to bring it to you.
And one of the things I've learned and still learning is don't judge.
Yeah.
Because I think people can look at people and be like, that's a weedy soil right there.
Yeah.
I ain't planting on that because that person's, you know, got X, Y, and Z on the exterior, and surely that's hard ground, or it's weedy ground, or it's, you know, something about them. And so we will tell ourselves that's a waste of time. And I would just say that's a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lie. So don't judge what you see on the outside, because you won't share the gospel with many who actually have good soil.
Hearts.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Like, you hear stories all the time of like, man, this person shared the gospel with me, and then that night I was thinking about committing, you know, like doing
Unaliving myself.
unaliving myself. Thank you. I was trying to think of the YouTube way to say that, and that by sharing the gospel, like, saved my life. And so it's like, we can look at like, even like, I'll take me for example. Like, you look at me in the streets, you're like, oh man, that dude's heavily tatted, super intimidating, and should I go up and share the gospel with him? Like, and it's like, and then you find out, oh, like, this guy loves Jesus. This guy loves the Lord. Like, you know, and so like, it's like, never judge a book by its cover, because you never know what they're walking through or walking in, or even about to walk into. So